Okay, everybody, happy Wednesday. Hey, it's Marna, and I am here tonight with Advanced Director Karen Morrison, who is going to be our guest speaker tonight, and I'll introduce her in just a little bit. But of course, I always take the opportunity to get the call started and to just share some more info with you. So first of all, let me welcome you. Let me thank you for joining, and let me tell you what we're going to do tonight and probably what we're not going to do. So every Wednesday, we really try to bring some kind of training out to the masses, all of you, not the unwashed masses. They used to say that we're in church or something. I don't know, the unwashed masses. No, the whole team as a whole. And if you didn't know it, if you don't know anything about our organization, you're part of a team that spans about 1,100 consultants are on my team, from consultants all the way up to executive directors. I've been at this 24 years in this April. I will have been with the company 24 years. And it really started to grow in the last couple of years. And I always like to just let you know this. You're part of a really great organization. Our team is one of the top in the company. We're a national executive organization. There's only 41 national executives in the whole company, 41. And I just want to tell you that the team, I'm just going to mute a couple of people. The team grew organically for many years because we used to go out and do cooking parties. And Karen and I would get in our cars and we would drive an hour to a host house and cook up something fabulous, and they would eat and we'd have fun and we'd go home happy. That's how the business operated for almost 40 years. Then the advent of social media came about 6 years ago. I would say it really hit pretty hard. Not for me, because I'm old and I didn't want to switch. I like doing my cooking shows. I didn't want to be on Facebook. Are you kidding me? And then COVID hit, and then the whole world changed. And in March of 2019, or March of 2020, there was like a line drawn in the sand. And everything that I knew in this business was gone. Everything. The whole cooking show experience was gone. And we had to step into a world that was all virtual, like this Facebook Zoom meeting that we're in. In the old days, Karen and I would get a hall and we'd have people come in from the team and we'd cook together and we'd have a meeting. So the whole social media aspect of this business is somewhat in its infancy. And it's taken our team a good year and a half to really figure out what works and what doesn't work. Because what I tried in the beginning did not work. And I'm not saying that what we're doing is how it's going to stay, because the world is changing every day and social media is changing. But we're going to share with you what's working right now. And I'm going to encourage you to always be on the lookout for what's next. Is it Instagram? Is it another medium? But for right now, we're going to mostly focus on Facebook. How many of you would agree that that's your main primary focus for your business is Facebook, right? And how many of you, before you really got into this Pampered Chef business, was Facebook just like something fun? You'd kind of get on at night and scroll through to see like who's having a baby or who's getting divorced or what recipe you could find. It was kind of a casual thing. Would you agree? And that now we're on Facebook more than we ever were. Would you agree with that? We use it differently. So Karen's going to be sharing with you ideas in a few minutes of how to use this gift that we have, this Facebook, how to use it correctly, and how to build your business using it the right way. But I'm going to start tonight off just by sharing with you a couple of tips that directors have developed over the last, I would say, 5 weeks for getting bookings. So the first thing that I want to talk to you about is in your parties, in your current parties that you're running. I want to talk to you about how we award prizes and how we pick winners and who we reach out to personally in parties. So how many of you do things like you do like guessing games and you give tickets and you do early bird drawings and that kind of thing? That's what's in my template that I've given you. So you should all be shaking your head. You know what I'm talking about, right? All right, cool. And you know that the money ball in Facebook parties is in the private messaging to customers. That's where you make your money and make your connections. It's not just in the public posting. That's not where we're going to get bookings. That's where we kind of get their interest aroused. But I'm going to be honest with you, friends, very rarely today do I put a post out there like, hey, who wants to have a party? Or this is a good reason to have a party, or comment here if you want to help our host have a party. You do not get bookings that way, and you probably never will. You never will. And so if you're depending on that to get your bookings in your parties, you're going to be disappointed over and over, or you're going to have very marginal success. So I want to talk to you about how to get 2 to 4 parties booked from each party. Would that be good? Would that be something you'd want? Because in our business, either you have to reach out to friends and family and get new bookings in, or you have to perpetuate your business from the parties that you're running. Which would you rather do? Off the top of your head, which would you rather do?
We had an election that was stolen from us. It was
Uh-oh.
a landslide election.
Got to turn off President Trump here. Okay, there we go.
Especially the other side.
Just a second.
We love you. Very special.
Lori, I
You've
can't
seen what
mute you
happened.
for some reason.
Um,
Can you mute?
So evil.
Yes, I'm sorry. I just muted the president as well.
Okay, thank you.
Sorry about that.
Okay, so would you guys agree that you would rather get bookings from within parties? Would that be a better business model for you? Because
Yes.
who can tell me, what's the problem with having to reach out to friends and family? What's one problem that you can think of off the top of your head?
They get sick of you.
That's right. I mean, you run out of them. Like, I'm not that popular girl. I don't know that many people. Nobody wants to have a party. You run out of people. And they also are not thirsty or hungry for Pampered Chef because they've been exposed to it. Your primary people are in parties because they're interested enough to be in the party. I want you to think about this. When I go out cold messaging people in Facebook, I don't know if they've been to a party recently or if they need anything or what their status is. But if I just see them in a current party, I know what their situation is, right? Because I've seen them in the party. I know they're interested, et cetera, et cetera. All right, so what we used to traditionally do is we would post and try to get bookings, but then we would also reach out to a few people. So one of the trainings we've always done is, hey, when somebody places an order, you message them to thank them for the order and maybe get a booking that way. So how many of you have done that where you've sent messages, text messages, Facebook messages to everybody who ordered? Okay, so if you haven't even been doing that, you probably haven't been getting a lot of bookings, because that was a fairly good way to do it. We would message and say, hey, thanks, Lisa, for being part of Lori's party. Thanks so much for your order. You were such a great, fun rock star guest. I wanted to reach out to see if you would want to host your own party. So we might get maybe on average, you might get 10 or 12 orders per party. Does that sound like a fair number, 10 or 12? So you're reaching out to 10 or 12 people at a party. And the other thing is they just purchased, they bought stuff, okay? But the whole other 20 or 30 people who were in the party, we never reached out to, we never talked to them, we never connected with them. And what we're finding is that's where we're getting our bookings, is from the people who did not order, did not connect with us in any other way. So how are you going to do that? So at the end of your party, one of our directors named Ann Miller, we call this the Ann Miller system. Ann Miller is booked until, I think it's either the end of April or the end of May. 4 parties a week, every week for months. Now, we all thought, how are you doing this? Oh my gosh, what are you doing? So she just says, well, everybody in my party is a winner. Every single person wins. And we're going like, well, what do you mean? So this is what we mean. At the end of your party, you're going to do a series of 4 posts, and you're going to divide your group into different categories. And you can do this however you want, but I'll tell you how she does it. You know, all the people that place their orders like in time for the early bird drawing, they didn't win your early bird drawing, but they all were in the running. Just know what I'm talking about? They all placed their orders by the early bird time. That's one group of winners. And the category could just be early bird orders. Another category could be game players. Another category could be rock star guests. Those are your Chatty Cathy, or it could be Chatty Cathy prize. Another one could be bonus drawing because we had 10 orders. The key is here, friends, it doesn't matter. You can create a category for customers who had the cutest dog pictures, people who, I mean, I'm kind of exaggerating, but it's really that simple. At the end of the party, then you kind of go through, and what she does is she says, okay, here were all my early bird people. They're going to win that. And then she puts a post out. Hey, as we wrap up our party, just want to congratulate these friends for winning a prize in the early bird drawing. And she tags every single one of those people. Okay. Watch your inbox for a message from me about your prize. So she sends them a friend request. So some of you may not be used to sending your guest friend requests, but she friend requests them. Why does she friend request them? Why do you think when you're sending a message out, what happens if they're not your friend? Where does it go? Anybody know?
In their other folder.
Correct. So if it goes in their other folder, they don't necessarily see it. So when you send a friend request to them and you tell them, I'm sending you a friend request and sending you a message, check your other messages, okay? So these 8 people, and think about it, guys, usually we have 30 to 40 people in a party. So if you create 4 categories, you're gonna have 8 to 10 people in each category, okay? So so congratulations, all of you are the early bird drawing winners, and I'll be sending you a message, watch for that. Then you go in and you put another post in, and this post is, now it's time to recognize all of my game players. You won the game player raffle. You win a prize for playing the games. And you send up, I'm gonna send you a message, I'm gonna send you a friend request. So you get the idea here. It's like the millennial generation. Everybody's a winner. Everybody gets a participation ribbon. So what are they going to earn, guys? Now, we can't afford to send them a big old prize. I mean, they did nothing. I mean, they played some games or they just lived and breathed in the party. So your message, and I'm going to give you the verbiage. The message is, hey, and Anne says something like, hey, it's the Pampered Chef lady from Lori's party, and thanks so much for being part of it. And wahoo, you won. And then she says, I have one of my favorite e-cookbooks to send to you. Do you all know what an e-cookbook is? It's a link to an online cookbook, and I'll share those with you tonight. I have an e-cookbook that I'd love to send you filled with great recipes. However, but I would love to upgrade your prize to, and then you decide what you would be willing to give them if they booked a party. So it depends on your budget. Now, let me assure you that nobody is paying hundreds of dollars for stuff. We're paying 10 or 12 or $15. But to get some short-term bookings on your calendar, would you be willing to spend $10 to get a booking once in a while? Because sometimes you have to spend a little bit of money to get your calendar booked up. Now, it could be something you have in stock if you want to send that up. But look, you're going to send them a message, offer them the e-cookbook, and then offer to upgrade their prize. Now, when I upgrade their prize, I've been sending a little image that Advanced Director Cherie Delaney made. It's got 4 different products that they can pick from. And honestly, sometimes people, I think, need that visual. They need to see what we're talking about. And so they get to pick one of those gifts when they book a party. And then she adds on, and on top of it, you'll be helping our host, Lori, because she is only 1 booking away from getting a big prize. We don't tell them what the prize is. We don't tell them who the other 2 booking is, because guess what? There might not be any bookings, but we tell everybody that she needs 1 more booking. And can I tell you, friends, it works. Why? Because you're messaging so many people, first of all. What's our ratio for success for bookings? 10 to 1, typically. 10 messages out, 1 booking in. If you message 40 people in these parties, guys, we are getting 2 to 4 bookings per party. I got 5 in one party this week. Does it take time to message these people? Yeah, but what worth doing in this world is not going to take time. And if you don't have the parties that you need right now, would you be willing to try it? Would you be willing to try it? Shake your heads yes, because you're going to want to do this. It works. All right. I'm going to give you one little twist on it, and then we're going to turn it over to Karen. If you don't have a party running this week to try this in, I want you to go into parties that you ran last fall, October, November, December. And we're going to twist it a little bit. We're going to go in, and I've got to find a customer appreciation image for you. We're going to post in those parties. Hey, so it's, hey, Mary Jones, your party was, if you're already sending the early birds an e-cookbook when they order, how do you work the message when you message them then? You cannot do both, Jesse. You would bypass that, or you would be offering the booking right from the beginning. If you're offering all of your early birds an e-cookbook, then I hope that you're asking for the booking right then. You would ask for the upgrade right then and there, but you don't do it twice. You do it once. So, hey, friends in Mary Jones' party. It's a voice from the past. It's Marna Ross, your Pampered Chef consultant. And I just wanted to let you know that January is Customer Appreciation Month at Pampered Chef. And to celebrate, I'll be sending all of you a message with a prize offer. Check your inbox, check your other messages, and I'll be sending you a friend request. Guess what we're giving them? An e-freaking cookbook or a chance to upgrade if they book a party. It's the same thing. And you're thinking, who is gonna do this? Can I tell you? I know one person who just got 8 bookings doing it in 2 parties, for 2 of her old parties. Got 8 bookings, okay? It works. Do you know how to tag everybody in a post? You know what I mean when I say tag? What does tagging do? Who knows?
It'll highlight the name.
Correct. And what it puts something in their notifications that they have been tagged in. It gets their attention, right? Yes, I am going to share all the verbiage. Yes, yes.
Thank you.
All right. All right. So how do you tag everybody in a party? Now you've all been trained hopefully how to do the right post, which is the greeting, like it'll tag everybody. But I'm going to show you how to tag everybody in a party that anytime. All right, so I'm going to share my screen. Karen, hang on there. I'm going to turn it over to you. I'm sorry. Just going like Marna. You're supposed to be.
No, it's great. I didn't know you could tag everybody in a party. So
oh gosh, yes. Okay, so here we are in a group, and I'm going to go here like blah 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 blah. On a computer, you check this little more down here, and you go to tag people. All right, now this will come up with a suggested list. But because I'm in the dream team, this is a huge group, but in a party, guys, watch what I do. I put the letter A in, wait a minute, A, and everybody in that group that starts with the letter A or has an A in their name will pop up. And these are only people in this group. Then I go to B and okay, I'm going to tag. You can tag everybody in the party anytime you post if you do this. Now what I tag 3 times. I tag in my welcome post, right? I tag on the last day that the party posts are running. So I run my parties Saturday to Wednesday. On Wednesday, I tag everybody because this is the way that you're going to get everybody to see a post. Now, when should you tag is really critical. When do you think time of day, when is the best time to tag?
Evenings.
Correct, evening. Don't do it at 10 in the morning when everybody's at work, because a tag shows up in their notification and their notification is gone by the time they finally get on Facebook. You've wasted your time. This must be done in the evening, dinner time. I actually find sometimes even 9 and 10 at night, everybody's on Facebook at 9 and 10 if you want to work that late. Okay. All right. So I tag in the beginning. I tag on Wednesday, the last day of my regular posting. And why do I tag that day? Because I'm going to tell them, hey, friends, just want to give you an update on Mary's party. Mary is $200 away from hitting her goal for the party. All of your orders are so important. We thank you. Here's the link to shop. Our link will be open through Friday. Thank you for helping support Mary's party. You have to tell people over and over to order. You have to. This is what we used to do at cooking shows. Karen and I would sit at checkout and tell everybody, okay, now it's time for you to place your orders. Then I tag them all again on Friday, the last day that before this thing closes. Last call, friends. We are so close to Mary hitting her goal. We are only $62 away. 1 or 2 more orders are going to do it. Please place your orders by midnight. Now, my daughter takes it a step further, and she always on Saturday puts a big old banner up and says, whoop, party extended, whoop, we're going to extend it 1 more day. She'll get a ton of orders in on the extension date. But that in a nutshell is what I wanted to share with you. So we can take questions later if we have time, but I want to give Karen enough time. So Karen's been on our team for many, many years. She'll share exactly how many. She also started her business shortly after I did, has built a huge organization, and she's going to share with us her tips and ideas for social media, Facebook, and how you can use it to build your business. So Karen, take it away, friend. You're going to love hearing from her because like, whereas I'm a spaz, she's like the calmest, most wonderful speaker. So thank you, friend.
Aw,
Thanks for
you're way too kind. But I wanted to mention that Ann Miller is on the call now. Hi, Ann. Were your ears ringing? We were just talking about your fabulous method to help us all get bookings. So if we do have questions, maybe we can ask Ann at the end.
Yeah, I'd be happy to answer anything.
Good
Cool.
deal.
Good. So as Marna said, I'm Karen. I'm from Midland. I've been selling Pampered Chef 15 years. I started when I was 12. Just kidding. And I kind of wanted to tie in the whole social media concept with building relationships in this business. So I looked up the word relationship, and the definition of it, one of the definitions, is the state of being connected. And I just thought about that and our business and our world today, and how much that really all fits in. So I made a few notes. So if you see me looking off, that's why. So, yes, we sell kitchen tools. That is our goal. Sell, recruit, build teams, whatever. But that is the main thing we do, is we sell cooking tools. But this business is a relationship business. If you ever talk to Marna, she will say that is a true statement. We help people. We help them in the kitchen. We enrich their lives, one meal and one memory at a time, right? And we do that by not just selling them a kitchen tool, but by telling them how to use it, giving them recipes, all of that stuff. And we do that by building a connection with them. And right now with COVID, we are all so isolated that we need this connection with other people. And so people need you. And I think if you can change your mindset into I'm selling mix and chops to I'm helping people, I'm building friendships and relationships, then I think you're going to see some growth in your business. So why do you want a relationship with these people? Why don't you just want to sell them mix and chop, take their money and run? Well, you want a future business. So you want future customers, which means you want these people coming back to you. Wouldn't you be sad if you sold somebody a rock crock and then found out next week they came to me to ask me how to use it, and they referred a friend to me because I helped them, and then that friend signed up under me? I mean, you've lost a lot by not helping that person. So you want the future business, you want them to keep coming back to you. The other thing is you want to make friends. I mean, Pampered Chef has brought true friendships into my life. I have some best friends through Pampered Chef. Some are still consultants, some are not. I have a few friends that are no longer consultants, and we talk all the time, we hang out. And I'm not just talking consultants. I have a very good friend that I met at a vendor event who sold something else, and we still connect. We still walk the mall. I mean, this business can give you some lifetime friendships, and I don't know, that's missing in the world right now, good friends. And so being isolated and not having that, I want you to think about, okay, I'm connecting with people and I'm building friendships. I know that when our house flooded in May because of the dam breaks, I had customers, I had past hosts donate to our GoFundMe, show up at my house with food, with gift cards, show up in their mucks to help clean out my house. I mean, that is really saying something about this business and how it can affect your life. So we want to just talk to you about those connections and those relationships and building them and not just selling. When we used to do cooking parties, we did that in a variety of ways. Like the first thing I would do with a host is reach out to them. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited you're having a party. And I call them on the actual phone, like I dial it and everything and talk to them. And I'd find out they had 2 dogs, they have 4 kids, one plays hockey, one is a ballerina, whatever. And by the time I got to their house, having had 3 or 4 phone calls with that host, I knew to expect a dog jumping on me, little kids running around, and I could talk to Susie hostess fairly easily because we were almost friends, right? We had talked and built a relationship. And when guests came in to the party, I welcomed them, I complimented them. Oh, I love your shirt. Oh, you shop at Marshall's? I shop at Marshall's too. I mean, we just had this rapport. And then we talked during the party, we play games. And they would order, they'd ask questions, we'd get recipes. And at wrap up time, I'd sit down with them one-on-one. What did you like? Blah, blah, blah. Are you going to sign up? You know, all that good stuff. So that is all changed. And we need to get that into our virtual parties. And I have said since the beginning of virtual parties that this is where I struggle. Like I miss the relationships that I used to have. So I've been working really hard on connecting with my host before the party, you know, texting or private messaging, just trying to find out what they like, what kind of recipes they want me to show, what their products are, just building that conversation. So that's one of my things. I know there's lots of host coaching tips out there, but that is one of them. And that is to get to know your host so that your party, she's not saying, why are you talking about desserts when I'm on a diabetic diet or a low carb thing or something? You want to make sure that you're on the right track. And then in the party, we do a welcome post, right? Welcome, like Marna said, we do the right post. Make sure that you are personalizing with people as well as the guests in the party as they're commenting. This is an example. I had one who, I can't remember the exact post now, but something about what you do in your spare time or whatever. And this lady said, I quilt. And I said in a comment, oh my gosh, I'd love to see some of your beautiful, beautiful work. I can't sew a stitch. And she put probably 4 or 5 beautiful quilt pictures in the party. And everybody was commenting, you do beautiful work. You do awesome. I love that one the best. And I thought, there's that lady sitting at home quilting and probably not getting much recognition. And now in this party, people are really loving her work. And that makes you feel good. That makes her feel good. So that's what you want to do, is make sure that when you're in the parties, you're commenting, you're interacting, and you're helping people feel good, right? That's what we want to do. So we don't just want to ask for bookings. We don't just want to ask for the sale. And I see a lot of time on Facebook where people will just say that, hey, who wants to have a party? Or they'll post the blender, 25% off. And then somebody will put, wow, that's a good deal. Great, you want to host a party? No, no thanks, I'm not really interested. You've got to take the step before that. Have a conversation, private message them. Hey, I saw that you liked my post about the blender. It is so amazing. I really think it would help you in the kitchen. What do you think you would use it for? Let them respond, ask them a question, and then they answer it and you say, I think it would be a great fit for you. It's 25% off, but if you host a party, blah, 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 what do you think? Get a conversation going, get a rapport going. Please don't just say, are you ready to have a party? I'll give you $25. Because, well, that's a great thing. They've got to know you, they've got to like you, and they got to want to party with you. So those are kind of my things in the party that, you just got to keep it personal, interacting. And that takes time, right? We have to check in on our parties daily, twice a day, 3 times a day, whatever works for you. I do it morning, nighttime, and noon are my 3 times that I check in on my parties, answer comments, whatever, things like that. Now, outside of parties, we still need to have relationships, right? So what I like to try and do is scroll through my newsfeed and comment and like and private message people with, their lives. People are posting all kinds of fun stuff that they're doing. And one person posted that they were snowshoeing. And so I commented, oh my gosh, I've always wanted to try that. Is it hard? Blah, blah, blah. Try for 10 comments like that a day on your newsfeed, just minimal. Start marking them off. Okay, I commented 10 times today, because Facebook is all about relationships, about connections. That's why it started, and that's what it likes. So if you are commenting on somebody's post about snowshoeing, they answer you, you respond back, they answer you. You've got this little chain going, and Facebook says, oh, I really like Karen. She commented on Susie's post, and Susie commented back. I'm going to show more of Karen's posts, right? And that's what we want. So try to do that. The other thing I want to say is, please be mindful of what you're posting. It is a crazy time right now, and we all have our own opinions about a lot of different things. And your opinion may not be the same as mine, and I am so okay with that. You go, I go, we're all going. But not everybody wants that. And so it's really a fine line. So just please remember what you're posting, what you're commenting, your language, things like that, because even though it's your Facebook personal profile, you are friend requesting people, and you are basically putting yourself out there as a Pampered Chef consultant. And like I tell my teenagers, everybody's watching. Future employers are watching what you're posting, what you are saying. So just, I try to keep it optimistic and upbeat. And I think I've had a lot of people in my life say, during the flood especially, how can you be so positive about this? This is horrible. This is devastating. What else am I going to do? Sit back and cry and feel sorry for myself? Yeah, there were days I did that. But for the most part, you can't change it. So let's just be positive and move on, right? So that's how I feel about the world today. I just keep the news off, and I just keep doing what I do and loving who I love and putting good out into the world so that good will come back to me. Okay. So if you can do that on your Facebook page, you're going to get a lot more relationships built than the other way. Also, like Marna said, be mindful of when you are posting. 11:30, midnight. I don't know that you're going to get a lot of interaction. I'm usually awake, so I might comment, but not everybody is. 5 a.m., 6 a.m. Some people are up checking their Facebook, but I would say not all of them. So, prime time, I would say sometimes in the morning, like 8 a.m., people check before they go to work. Definitely lunch hour. And then anytime really after 4-ish, 5 o'clock, people are on. And like Marna said, late night, once the kids go to bed, a lot of people are scrolling. So just be mindful of that. When you post, you want to ask a question often so that you get people commenting back on your posts and the conversations get going. So I know Rebecca had posted the one about, I've been purging my house. What have you found? And I found that I have an obscene amount of something. I can't remember what she said. What do you have too many of or something? For me, it would be lip balm. Like I have lip balm everywhere. But she had so many posts coming through with people saying, I collect hand sanitizer. I have way too many bottles of hairspray or whatever. And it really created a lot of engagement for her and a lot of funny things too. So make sure that you're asking a question. Let's see what else was I going to talk about. The importance of using your own photos. So Pampered Chef provides us with a lot of stock photos, and it's great to use those. But I can tell you that Facebook doesn't love them. And if you go to a Google image and just copy and paste it, it doesn't get shared nearly as much as your own picture. You can take those pictures and drop them into Canva and write on them or put a cool backdrop on them or something, and then it gets seen more. But just a Google image itself, copy paste isn't going to. And add some fun wording too, like, I found this and it made me laugh. Ha ha ha. Hope it brightens your day. And you've done something cool to it. So make sure you're trying to do that. Am I forgetting anything? Um, I guess the next step would be, as you're building your business, you're going to build a team of consultants under you. Hopefully you're recruiting and growing and all that good stuff. And you want to build a relationship with those people as well. So how do you do that? Well, you want to obviously first find out why they're saying yes, why they're joining your team. That why is going to change throughout the years, throughout the months, even the first month. Maybe they signed just to nab the kit, but the second month, they're like, well, I really like earning money. Now I want to earn money. The third month, I can earn a trip. I want to do that. So it's that finding out their why. You've got to stay in touch with those people. You want to build a community for your team so people want to stay on your team. They want to be with you. You're friendly, you're upbeat. By the end of it, you're friends. Again, I have people that were on my team that are my friends that no longer sell Paper Chef, just because back in the day, like Marna said, they used to come to my house and we'd hang out and cook and laugh and giggle and train. And now we do that, all through our Zooms, but we're still doing it and making those connections. So when you sign somebody up, you need to find out their why. You need to find out about them. Do you work full-time? Are you married? Do you have any kids? Blah, blah, blah. Because how you train them, how you work with them is going to be tailored to those things, right? You're not going to train somebody who has a full-time job the same as you are a stay-at-home mom or somebody that's retired. They have different time constraints. So you've got to kind of help them time manage differently. I like to find out, if they're married, where they like to travel, what they like to do in their spare time. And I'm just starting to do on my team page now a consultant spotlight. Once a week, I'm going to highlight a consultant and what they like and a tip. And that's going to help my other team members get to know those people, because it's really hard right now. We don't have the team meetings to do that. The other way to help your team is to be their cheerleader, to not only be there when they need help, but also when they've done great things. So lots of shout outs to, it doesn't have to be a blast to their Facebook wall. It doesn't have to be on the team page. It can just be a private message to them. Hey, you did a great thing this week. I'm so proud of you. Just something simple like that. Be their cheerleader, but really also be their accountability partner. So find out, okay, struggling, right? So how are you going to get 2 bookings this week? And if you've ever worked with Marna on a one-on-one basis like this, it's back with you and you have to get back with her. And I used to be scared to death. She'd say,
Well, I
you want me
want to have
to
Marna's
be your
meeting.
accountability partner for the next month? And I'd be like,
Yes,
no, because you're going to make me
Karen,
do it. And I'm so
more,
scared. So,
director. Anyways, I wanted to do her on my phone so I could use that, and I can't. I'm trying to put my scene on my phone. It's kind of small.
sorry
Doing so
about
good.
Hey, go
Sally.
Right.
Okay. I will lock out.
Okay, so I guess that's all I really want.
Karen, you muted yourself.
I didn't, but I was muted. Okay. Basically, I just wanted to talk to you about the relationships of this business and how to build them on Facebook, how to build them on social media. Instagram is another platform that I think you can use and personalize to you with personal pictures, get them on your story, and you can link that to your business page. So whatever you post on Instagram gets posted on your Facebook page too. And that's a whole nother animal that we can talk to you about if you want to, but that's a really good platform to use and get those relationships going as well. I guess I just wanted to talk to you about that everybody really needs to be connected, needs to be engaged in this crazy time of isolation. And if you can be that person for somebody, you're going to touch their world. I hope that you've seen that one Facebook post out there that says something like, you never know how you've touched somebody's life. And then it's like a bullet point thing. And one of them is, they're drinking out of the coffee mug you gave them today. they're looking at a magnet on their refrigerator. They found a picture of you when you guys were laughing together or something. There's a whole lot of things. They're wearing a t-shirt you gave them. There's a scarf, pair of earrings. You don't know how you touch somebody's life. And with this age of people having so much anxiety and depression, if you can bring a smile to somebody's face, even if it's because you dropped the tomato on the floor during your live demo and they laughed, that's cool. You touched their lives. So
Love
I
it.
guess that's just what I wanted to talk to you about, is just being
Gosh.
more than
Oh.
selling products.
So much good info and so much truth was spoken. And the key points that I want you to take away, first of all, Karen shared lots about how to make connections and why to make connections. Remember the timing of your post. Remember what you're posting. Bridget Walt just made a comment that a customer reached out to her to purchase Pampered Chef because she unfriended her former consultant because of some negative feedback. You know, she did not like how the consultant was conducting him or herself on Facebook. It's critically important because, friends, 50% of the world agrees with what you believe and 50% does not. Can you afford to lose 50% of your client base? And the answer is absolutely no, you cannot. So I wanted to show you a couple of posts and just wrap this all up together. So would you just all put your hands together and give it up for Karen for some great info? Thank you, Karen, so much. And you know, when Karen says she had a flood, she had 9 feet of water in her house. We're not talking a little water in the basement that you sweep up. We're talking about a home that was destroyed that they had to leave after living there for how many years, Karen?
It was 21 or 22, I'm not sure. Yeah.
And when you sell a home that has been flooded like that, you do not get market value. They had to start again. And when I tell you that she had help from people from her business her entire career, I mean, she had help, people digging in and pitching in. And it wasn't because Pampered Chef, Karen was their Pampered Chef lady. Karen became a part of their life. And that's how important this can be. And so to show you just some very specifics of what Karen was talking about, I'm going to go screen share one more time, because how you post is I got to get rid of this. So I posted, friends, these 3 graphics for you. So here's the first one that Karen spoke of. I own a ridiculous amount of. Okay, so this is an engagement post for you to put out this evening or whenever. Now, I want to tell you how you use these engagement posts, because this is what I see. We throw engagement out, but we don't bring in the rewards. Somebody comments, you might say, say, hey friends, how would you answer this? Right now, I got a boatload of Pampered Chef stuff. Even if you don't, I got a boatload of Pampered Chef stuff. Leave it there and let them start commenting. Oh, I've got a lot of pens. I've got a lot of camis, whatever they've got. You could message them, because what you want to do is pay attention to who comments, who likes, and who loves. And what I find is that consultants do not do anything with this gold mine. So if I had this post out there and I needed bookings and somebody said, I've got a ridiculous amount of whatever, I would immediately be messaging them. Hey, Jane, thanks for coming. And on my crazy post about my ridiculous amount of Pampered Chef stuff, I feel you. I have a lot of cookbooks too, or whatever she says. I got to just tell you, I need to unload some of this Pampered Chef. And I wanted to find out, what would you say? And it's the same message. What would you say to having a fast and fun Pampered Chef Facebook party? It's easy to do, blah, blah. You give your regular message. Now, this is why I like posting something on Facebook, and basically you're getting people to come to you. They're commenting on your post. It's not like you're going out cold and trolling for people to message about a booking. They are coming to you. They comment and you told them, I have a lot of Pampered Chef. So it ties in beautifully. Oh, I've got a lot of Pampered Chef. I'd love to give you one of these pieces that I've got. If you don't have product in stock, friend, you can still say what you'd be willing to give, and you would order it on their party. Let's look at this one. I've shared this one. This gets more interaction in my parties than any other post I do. And this is one that I have my host post on the first day of the party. And the verbiage would be, hey, everybody, which of these fries would you say is best? and why. Not just which one. I don't want them to just give me a number. Which one do you like best and why? And you will have 50, 70, 100 posts on this crazy post. And then the girl also says, and Marna, our consultant, will give you 10 tickets into the drawing for answering. Now, if I posted this on my public wall and I had people start to comment, what tool do we have that makes amazing fries that is on sale this month? An air fryer. I would be messaging him and saying, thanks so much for commenting on that McDonald's are your fry of choice. Girl, I could eat fast food every day, but this crazy world we're in, I'm making them at home all the time. I don't know if you've seen me talking about our deluxe air fryer, but it's 25% off this month. But on top of that, if you would consider hosting a fast and fun Facebook party, you could get it at half price. The key is, friends, that whatever I'm posting, I'm going to try to get a message that connects to that. Here's the cookie one. What's your perfect cookie? Somebody comments. I could comment back. Hey, thanks for saying number 1 on my cookies is your fave. Me too. I don't care which one they like. It's mine too. Yep. Number 5. Yep. That's my favorite. I don't know if you've seen that I'm selling Pampered Chef, but I wanted to gift some cookie scoops from Pampered Chef to people who commented on this, because I really think it'll make your cookies turn out great. I'd love to give you one if you would, and you know what's going to come next. If you would host a fast and fun Pampered Chef party, blah, blah, blah. It's the same. I don't care what I post. The message is going to end up with, if you would have a fast and fun Pampered Chef party. That's how you tie in a post. Now, if I were to go to your Pampered Chef or to your Facebook feed, because I have been, making some individual calls with downline consultants who say, I can't get any bookings. I don't have any bookings. What can I do for bookings? And I'll look at their Facebook feed. Okay, what I want you to do, guys, is take a picture of you using Pampered Chef products. Anything. Cook something, get your blender out, stand in front of it, hold a cup of coffee that you made in your cold brew pitcher, make your own personal picture. And then Karen said, ask questions. This works beautifully. You post a picture of you and a Pampered Chef product. Let's say you post it with, you're making cookies. You got your scoop up or whatever. And then you post, I'm making cookies today. What's cooking in your kitchen? I'm making cookies tonight. What's your favorite kind of cookie? I'm making a roast in my rock crock. Give me a shout out if you have a rock crock. I'm making French fries in my air fryer. Who doesn't have an air fryer yet? Do you see what I'm saying? We're not asking for a booking on Facebook. We're asking for conversation and a connection. And that's the huge difference. That's how you get bookings. That's how you get to talk to somebody. Because if you just put out there, I've got an air fryer, who wants to have a party to get an air fryer? You're going to get nobody. And you're going to then come to me and say, oh, no, nobody wants to book a party. It's not true. It's not true. But I need you to be so mindful of how people respond to what you post. If they like it, if they love it, if they stop their scroll, you know that there's the phrase in social media, we're trying to stop the scroll. How many of you at night, you're just scrolling for something interesting? Scroll, 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 scroll. Advertisers are trying to find a way for you to stop your scroll. I need you. So what's more interesting, guys, is a picture of you personally holding a product, or your children, or your grandchildren, or your husband. Another way that I've gotten bookings is if you do have 2 products in your house that you would be willing to give up. You have somebody take a picture of you holding both of these, and you post, hey friends, I've been cleaning out my Pampered Chef stash, and I found I have an extra garlic press and an extra bar pan, whatever, small gift, smaller than that. Comment below if you would love to have either one of these in your house this month. Comment below which one you'd like to have. I've done this a couple of times. Comment below which one you'd like. I'll be doing a drawing on Friday from everybody who comments. Drop a gift below, whatever. All right, so you are going to give away one of those. You're going to do a drawing. But you know what you're going to do? You're going to message every single person who comments, thanks for Thanks for commenting on my post about which one you'd love. You'll love the garlic press. You've got a ticket into the drawing for Friday. But I would love to give you, and you can either say, I'll give you a garlic press if you'll have a party, or you could say, I'll give you 10 more tickets into the drawing if you would say yes to a fast and fun Facebook party. I promise it's easy, blah, blah. Sometimes I'll sweeten the pot and say, I'd love for you to test out a brand new product that just came out, and I'll get you one of those on your party for free. Guess what? It could be a seasoning. It could be our scoop and serve that's $15, any new product that you want them to test. But honestly, friends, those are the kinds of things that bring people to you instead of you having to go chase after them. And that's what social media is, especially if you're going to use it for marketing. That's what we do. All right, so let me get done with this. No, I guess, I don't know why I can't see me in the middle. Am I in the middle of the screen or am I a little corner? Am I in the middle when I talk?
Upper left corner.
What'd you
You're
say?
cool.
Upper left corner.
Upper left corner. I don't know why I don't have speaker view here. It didn't work, but it is what it is. Little square upper left. Thank you. I like it when I'm in the middle, and I'm like, baby, nobody should be putting baby in the corner. Here I am in the corner, and Karen was in the corner. But anyway, I hope that tonight's training gave you some insight into that this is so much more than what you might have first thought about our business. It is much more. Now I'm praying for the day that we can go out and do some cooking parties. I think I saw one of our newer consultants, Ronald, said, I'd love to get out there and do a cooking party. Trust me, they are so fun. And I hope that that as soon as we're able to, that you guys are the first people to host your own Pampered Chef party in your house and let people come and see you cook and see your excitement. In the meantime, find ways to create that same connection that people are craving. I was just talking to one of my daughters, and we just were lamenting the fact that I think people right now are just so disappointed because they got through, we gave up Thanksgiving, we gave up Christmas with the big hope that 2021 was going to be the beginning, and we've had our hopes dashed just a little bit. Do I think it's going to get better? Absolutely. I know it will get better. But I just think there's just a general malaise out there. But I will tell you this, friends, people are spending money. What has Uncle Sam or Uncle Donald or whoever you want to say, or who Mitch McConnell, but who gave us, most of us, $600 each? That money is burning holes in people's pockets. If you can get some parties booked, friends, I'm telling you, they are buying. They are buying, and it might not be every party, but in a lot of my parties, they are buying big time because they've got some cash. And I think they're just going, well, if this is all there is, friends, I'm spending my money. If I got to sit home here, because I was telling my daughter too, I love to cook. I've always loved to cook. Can I tell you, I am kind of sick of it. I am kind of over it. I need somebody to freaking cook for me. I need to get to a restaurant soon. So President, Governor, whoever you are, please open a restaurant. Even if it's just for me, let me just go out to eat one night. But that's why, and I'll just finish it with this, the stoneware issue, just because you guys are all here. There was a question about stones. Stones are still being produced. Our manufacturer is cranking them out just like they always have. And we are stockpiling them so that as soon as we think we've got enough, we're going to open the floodgates and let people order them. But what we don't want again is to start them again, and then we got to put them on stop sell. It's just too hard. And consultants, that's hard on consultants. So in February only, a host can get a set of 3 stones when they have a 650 party. These are 3 of our most popular. It's the loaf pan, it's the bar pan, and it's the large round stone for $42. It's an amazing deal, amazing. And then what we're expecting is that stones and cookware will most likely come back to the line, not the beginning of March, most likely, end of March, 1st of April. So we still have to just be fluid and flexible and sell what we've got right now. January, we got amazing, stuff on sale. So I hope you're thinking now, going back to our talk about bookings, how you're going to get and react and interact more in your parties with people. You're going to be messaging people. You're going to be offering them a prize. We're going to send them a cookbook if they don't want to have a party. It's all an e-link. And if they want to have a party, you're going to decide what your budget is. Now, I'm going to just tell you, friends, that we get our full pay. The company does not deduct any taxes. And no, taxes are not a fun subject, but on income, eventually you pay the piper. And you either are going to pay tax or you're going to have write-off. And that's what I've kind of been doing while I was listening to Karen. I was sorting out receipts for tax time because now's the time. So if you were to buy a $10 item in order to get some business, like you're going to offer a gift, that's a tax write-off. And you can use that $10 against the income that you're going to earn from that party. So you're either going to earn zero income because you don't have a party, or you're going to pay $10, and that's kind of like paying the tax on the $100 that you're going to get for the party. Does that make sense? Because if you have an expense, you're not going to pay the tax. You got $100 worth of income, and you spent $10. That's 10% of that 100. That's probably going to cover the tax liability. It's negated. So you're either going to spend it or you're going to pay it in tax. Do you see what I'm saying? Don't be afraid to spend a little bit to make money, because you're going to make money that you never would have ever had, if you didn't get the booking. Make sense? All right. Does anybody have a quick question? I know that there's another call that some people are having to jump on for directors, but anybody have a question about the AND method or about any of that, or any comments? I always like to hear, what did you learn from the call? Because if you do these calls with us and then you do nothing, then I could have taken a walk in the park. So who can share? What did you learn? What are you going to do? What are you excited about? Or what question do you have? So who wants to start that off?
Marna, can I first say that I forgot to talk about how you can see who liked your post?
Of course.
Did you want to show them how you can see that?
Sure. Yeah, I will be glad to show you that.
Sorry, I meant to do that.
No, that's okay. Of course. Okay, so so if I were out on my public, can I just get out to my public wall here? Hello. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Okay, so here, this was a post, and you see these people. All you have to do is hover over it, and it opens up the whole box of everybody who liked or loved this post. But so, for instance, I posted my mom's German potato salad. Okay. And here, 41 people. So she did care. These people loved it, and all these people liked it. These are gold mines for you guys. So make sure that you go look to see who is interacting with you. They're the ones. Okay, so Samantha says, I like the idea of or Jane said, I like the idea of posting in old parties. Never thought of that. Samantha says, the way I word stuff on my personal page, she learned that. All right, who else learned something? Who wants to share? Please and thank you. What do you got? Just unmute yourself, please.
I like where you would hold up 2 different products and take a picture of yourself.
Good, good. And I promise you'll get bookings from that. You got boatloads of product in that house, Lisa. I know you kind of got it under your bed, in the closet, but yeah. Okay, good deal. Thank you, friend.
I liked learning how to, or relearning how to tag people and figuring out how to use that. I've heard it before, but I've forgotten about it. So
yeah, the tagging is really key, because people are saying, well, I can only do it once with the right post. Heck no, you can do it all the time. Thanks. Everybody winning something, Faith said. Everybody's a winner. Perfect. Customer appreciation in old parties. It's worth it to work. Good deal. I had never thought about winners in past parties. So yeah, you can do more winners. One of the girls just went back and said, hey, I didn't get a chance to announce all of our winners in our parties in December. So let me do that now. They don't care. Oh, and I asked Anne, I said, Anne, doesn't anybody ask you, like, does everybody win a prize? Or, what did I win a prize for? She says, heck no. They're just so excited that they won a prize, because she makes a big deal about, oh my gosh, you won. People want to win.
Where do you get the e-cookbooks?
That's a great question, Patricia. The company has an entire collection, and I will post all of them. I have a whole, somebody had the whole list of them, but we'll find them. There's about 6 different cookbooks, and all you're doing is sending them a link and they click on it. It's kind of like our catalog. It opens up a beautiful cookbook. One of them is 40 years of Pampered Chef recipes. Another one is a cookie cookbook. Anybody use them already? If you haven't been using them, this is a free prize. They're fabulous. So I've got notes. I've got to post the e-cook booklets. I need to give you some verbiage on what to do for the customer appreciation. We'll share Anne's words of what she sends out to people when she's saying, hey, you won. We'll give you some pictures. Deb's got to go. Thank you, Deb. Thanks for being here. And I'm sure everybody wins concept. It's just a great concept. It works. It works. It works. Okay.
Have you ever had people not respond back to you for because I did it in December and I had some people that I tagged them and everything and they never contacted me.
Oh yeah, lots of people, they don't respond.
Okay. All right. So
And there's several that do, and it works because I did it. It works.
Okay.
Yeah, I did have it work with some, but some people just never responded.
Yes, Shelley, it's the same as everything else in life. I would guess that at least 50% do not respond at all to me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's, again, just a whole darn numbers game. Do they get to pick one from the whole list, or do you tell them the options? As far as the cookbooks go, I like to make this simple. So I say, I'm going to send you one of my favorite cookbooks. In December, it was the cookie cookbook. Today, it's probably, I think there might be about one, maybe healthy recipes or side dishes. There's about 4 or 5. No, heck no, I'm not looking at the pick. Here's your
So
cookie.
one quick question, Marna, because sometimes I think about things too much. So you're doing a party and you've got 3 people that have already said they're going to book, which is awesome. Well, then these other people, you're going to send them, you won this prize. You've won. You're the winner of this, the best, I don't know, whatever. And I'm going to give you an e-cookbook, or if you want to upgrade, I'll give you a brownie pan. But I didn't give a brownie pan to the people that willingly, do you know what I mean? It kind of makes me feel like I need to give them that too.
Well, and so that is a moral dilemma. And so you could go back to them, you got them already booked. They don't know what you offered the other people.
I know. So
you could still tell them, you know what? You were one of the first people to book. I would love to give you your pick of these gifts. Maybe make it a smaller gift.
Right.
Honestly, I think people would book if I message them maybe with a different hook that I don't even have to give them a free gift. You know why I give them the free gift? Because it makes it easy for me. I feel good about that. It gives me that crutch. So I often will go back and give a gift to those people. It's up to you. Others will say, heck no, they don't know, blah, blah, blah. But if,
sometimes it's hard to keep it straight if you don't write it down. Like, crap, did I promise them that or not?
That's right. So when I book a party and I put it on my page, I immediately put right next to them if there was a gift involved, $25 or what I try anyway. Now, this month too, I mean, they're getting double free. They're getting, 25% off things. But anyway, that is totally up to you, how you want to handle it. I think if you did offer them something, even if it was something smaller, they would be excited. They wouldn't know, they would not know the difference.
I know.
That's what I did this month, Marna. I got on there and told them, I tagged a bunch of people in a party and said, hey, your host really needs the bookings. And I noticed that you were interested in, the air fryer or the quick cooker or whatever. And, if you had a party, you could get it at this reduced amount of money. I mean, and you could help out our hosts too. Would you be interested in, during that booking blitz? That's how I got a lot of my bookings.
So you really didn't offer them a gift. You just offered them the chance to get the host rewards of the 25% off.
You just, and I learned that tonight, Marna, that you can put up the post. I'm looking for hosts, or who wants to book a party, until you're blue in the face and you're not going to get much response out of it. And you're right, because I don't.
I know.
I use it to throw it out there for them to think about it.
Now
that you don't really get it.
Keyword. there's two different concepts in our business. For those of you who are still here and want to listen to me ramble, if you got to drop off, I get you. But there is inform and invite. Informing is telling. It's kind of like priming the pump. You're kind of throwing the info out there. Hey, this is what our host would get. Hey, this is our host special. Hey, we need one more booking. And we are really good at informing. We can tell all we want. Oh my God, this is such a great host reward. Oh my God, you should book a party. It's the invite piece, and it's in recruiting too. The invite piece is the one that most consultants will not do. And the analogy that we used to hear all the time was, you bake some delicious chocolate chip cookies. Your neighbor comes over and you go on, oh my God, I baked the best chocolate chip cookies. I have never made them this good. They are the fluffiest, most beautiful cookies. Look at them. Can you even believe how great they are? Girl goes home. She comes back the next day and you say, you know, I told you yesterday all about my great cookies and you never asked for one. And the girl says, well, you never invited me to have one. It's not likely that people are just going to come up to you and go, oh my God, I want your cookie. I want your booking. But when you say, what would you think about being one of my preferred hosts in the month of January? What would you think? I'd love to work with you. That's an invitation. That's the piece that is missing most of the time in the business. So the informing is really important because it sets the stage. You get all the information out. You're telling them, now they know. All you're doing now is scooping up the rewards when you do the invite. You're bringing them all into you. Okay, that's the difference.
I go on every 2 days and I tell them where the host is at. You know, your host is at this amount and this is her goal. You know, who will help get her to her goal? I figure about every 2 days, if I let them know and I tag them in, she's this close, I might get more orders. It worked on a couple parties not so much. I'm working on, I've got 4 parties going right now that I'm trying it again.
Yep. Every party, I do a countdown of where the host is. It's really critically important. Again, it's letting people know. And you know, sometimes there's people in your parties that literally will order simply to help the host, because that's how a lot of women are hardwired. We want to help other people. We'll do something for them more than we'll do it for us. That's why telling people that our host only needs one more booking, when Ann uses that phrasing, that triggers a different emotion in people that would not have been.
They're like, oh crap, I'll do it.
That's exactly the words I get. Oh crap. Yeah, I know. That's right. But there's the emotions of booking are what's in it for them. So a lot of times we'll say, you'll get free product and you'll get that and blah, blah, blah. But maybe they don't want that. I was just training a new consultant. Maybe they don't need any new product necessarily, or maybe they could buy everything they want. But then when you throw out, and you know what, our host is only one booking away from getting a huge reward. And I know she'd really love if you would do it. Then
how does the 3 bookings work, Marna? When do they get the $50?
After the third party is closed. So they can't even spend it on the third party. It drops into their account after the third party is submitted.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Who else has a comment before we hop out, or a question for the night? I really appreciate the questions and the comments. We good?
Thank you, Marna.
All right, Karen. Amazing job, girlfriend. Been by my side for lots of years, helping with trainings and leading teams. So thank you so much. We'll be back here next week. I think I got to look at my calendar. I think our guest speaker next week is going to be Bridget Wall, and she's going to teach us how to do Canva. How many of you would like to learn how to make graphics and images?
I'll be just coming out of surgery, so I won't be there.
You just take your drugs, girl, and just go, and everything I say will be brilliant then. That'll be good.
It will be.
All right, friends, thank you so much for joining. Thanks again, Karen. We'll see you guys next time, okay?
Thanks, everyone.
Bye.
Thank you.